Drugs get into school, right? So, I remember this one, we had three of them, and I remember one of them, because her name was Porn Fan. She was from Philippines, P-H-A-N. And so the first time I met her, it was kind of funny, because I ran into her, and it's like, what's your name? She said, Porn Fan. I said, really? Me too. Yeah. And she didn't like me too much. She met a lot of guys, though. So anyways, I love Asians. You guys love Asians? Any Asians in the crowd? No? Yeah, one? All right, you're going to love this one. Asians, I have a lot of Asian friends, and they're pretty cool. But what I found interesting is, like some Asian guys, they talk really tough, right? And sometimes, and, they act all rugged and tough, but then they get into, when they start talking in their native tongue, they get all whiny. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna kick your butt, man. Seriously, punk. It's like, what happened there? Like, at first he was Bruce Lee, and all of a sudden he's William Hung. All in one motion. So, high school was nice, but what really was bad about it was, like, my parents would always compare me to the other Indian kids there. My dad would always be like, why can't you be more like Raj? Look at him, he's a good boy. Like, I don't want to be like Raj. And I just went to go visit my parents, and they now compare me to all the Indian kids in the spelling bee, as if that's any better. I've seen the spelling bee. Have you guys ever watched the spelling bee before? Did anybody watch it? Yeah, it's cool stuff. It actually comes on ESPN, which I can't, it blows my mind. So I was watching it, and it's the same thing every time. You have like 50 Asians, 100 Indians, and one really scared white kid in the back row. He's like sweating, hoping like NASCAR is one of the words. Please, it's my only chance. He's just really nervous. And I love the part where the Indian kid gets a word wrong because it's unexpected. And he walks off stage and goes over to his parents. They give him this like look of death. And they give him this hug to the side. Have you guys ever gotten one of those hugs from somebody? It's not a full hug. It's a half hug, as if to say, I like you, but you have really bad BO. And they give him that hug because they can't beat him on national TV. Because that'd be really bad. So speaking of TV, I watch a lot of it. And I saw this ad for Ancestry.com. Yeah, you guys you've heard of that, right? It comes on the commercial all the time, Ancestry.com. I don't get it. Like, why would you want to go on there and find out what your, like, generations back, what, your ancestors did or who they were? Like, this guy is like, I clicked on a leaf and I found out that my great-great-great-grandparents lived right next door to the Wright brothers. Who forgot to mention that? Well, maybe because they're dead and they didn't mention it for that reason? What do you think? Ancestry.com. Most of the public watch it, that's what they use, like, in this country, most of them. But down south, what I found out is they use Ancestry.com. That's what I found out. And it's basically like, if you're a redneck and you go on this site, it's that they probably think it's like a dating site at first. And there's like one leaf. You just click on it, it just opens up the entire family. And, can you imagine what the commercial for that would be like? Well, my family's different, so I went on this Ancestry.com. I clicked on the leaf, and wouldn't you know it, found out my great-great-great-grandparents were brother and sister. And their kids were all cousins. They was all married, too. Then there's me. By the way, my sister couldn't be here tonight because she's at home with our kid. We met on Ancestry.com. Kind of crazy. You guys love movies? 3D movies? You guys watch a lot of that? Yeah. I love some 3D movies, but it seems like a lot of crap in 3D lately. Let me tell you something. If I want to watch a bunch of crap in 3D, I have my life. I don't need to pay like $15 to watch Final Destination in 3D. All right, I can just take the bus to work in Chicago because that's enough near-death experience. I don't need to watch Battle Los Angeles in 3D. I can just go to Detroit. You know, they should have shot it there anyways. It would have saved on all the computer graphics. There's a lot of homeless people, and I'm going to end on this. There was a lot of homeless people in Chicago, right? And but they're getting kind of crazy. They're getting really crazy. And you know, if I was homeless, I'd be a little more smart about asking for money and food. But you know, I gave this sandwich to this homeless guy. He said he was vegetarian. It just blew my mind. And then another time, I wanted to give a sandwich. He said he was lactose intolerant, and my head exploded. And then this other homeless guy was like, "Hey man, can I get $1? I want to get something to eat." I was like, "Really? Let me follow you, because I don't know where you're getting food for $1. You guys didn't like that one. Let me go on to one more. I have a really horrible boss, okay? And he would always come over to my cubicle every time he met someone Indian. He would be like, "Hey, Raghu, I got a friend. He's a real estate agent. He's Indian. His name is Rajiv. Do you know him?" I don't know him. I don't know all 2 billion Indians out there. What do you think I am? Just a crazy guy. Anyways, that's all I got. My name is radibhatla. Thank you for listening.